Hello everyone, I'm Loris, and here we have Nils. We are a global network. We've just released our first EP, Cool Moments. Over the last 2 years we've played gigs pretty much everywhere in France and also some in England and Slovenia. During this period we've experienced lots of adventures, met new people, and yeah, just shared our love for music. This is what this EP is about, having cool moments with our friends and doing what we love best, making music. Our EP focuses on love, it's a celebration of life. The purpose is to make people happy with our music by giving them a cool moment to remember. The recording process for this EP was quite different to what we've done before. 2 years ago when we started out, Nils and I would meet at my place, and at that stage forming a band together wasn't really in our plans, so it was more about learning from each other and experimenting together. But soon we realized we had a lot of demos and we had to do something with them. Initially our first goal was to play live, so we booked our first gig at a festival in the Parisian suburbs. From there we had 6 months to create a live. We didn't want any computers on stage, so we bought some analog gear, a Korg Prolog for the synthesizer and Electron for the drum machine and the sequencer. So we had to recreate the demos we had on our new analog gear. And this really changed our vision of the tracks for the recording. It was just such a nice feeling to forget a bit about the computer and just focus on the instruments. That already gives you a lot of possibilities to form a structure and compositions. And by playing our song live, really gave us a chance to see how people reacted, what works, what doesn't work. This changed the structure of certain songs, and after a year of playing these tracks we decided to record them and release them. So yeah, the element of playing live had a major influence on the recording of this EP. So the writing process, I have no idea if I'm a good writer, to be honest. Like I'm French, but my girlfriend is English, so she helps me a lot. We always write together basically, but I tend to have a certain image in my head when we compose with Nils, so I have an idea of a subject or a feeling I want to talk about. We're working with quite a lot of people actually now. The third member of the band is probably Arno. He's our manager and he's also a close friend. The discussion with him always evolves around music and concepts. He's helping us in so many different ways. The project will not be the same without him. We also work with a good friend, Anh Phi. He produced some music videos and really helped define Global Network's DNA. When it comes to mixing and producing, we worked on this EP pretty much alone. Just on the track Rampage, a friend of ours, Romain de la Vallée, helped us with mixing because we felt he could push it a bit further. Adil from DSD Studio took care of mastering on all the tracks. We've also signed with a French tour manager called Unité, a label called Un Plan Simple, a universal French publisher, and Géraldine from Compass Music, who helps us to export our music. So yeah, what's really good about working with all these people is that music always comes first with them. They just make sure we're all on the same page for what's the best for the band, you know, which is great because it helps us focus on what's the most important for us, which is the music. Thanks everyone for watching. You can check out our first EP, Cool Moments, on all platforms. We hope to see you really soon. Take care. Bye bye.
Let the flow